This is Matt for Behind the Gloves in association with S-Jam Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by Paul Ryan, who's making his debut tomorrow night on the MTK Global Show on the undercard of Danny Dignam. Paul, welcome.
Thanks for having me, delighted to be here.
No problem. You look good on the scales today.
Yeah.
Talk to us, how you feeling?
Felt really good. We've done a long camp. It's been, we were meant to fight in February originally. Obviously with the way everything is and uncertain till you're on the scales. So we kept training. Yeah. Conditioning is great, weight's great. It's just been enjoyable, the whole thing. Did a few days here, it's been great. I'm really enjoying the whole experience of being a pro, and there's no better crowd to be doing it with.
Yeah. Bit of a strange time for you to be turning pro, because the usual environment scenario is that you get some fans in, things like that. This is all very controlled. You come in, you have a test. In a way, is it sort of a bit less pressure that you don't have to worry about, maybe the pre-fight nerves with a big audience, that kind of thing?
Yeah, the whole testing thing is weird, but when I was an amateur, obviously I'm coming straight from the amateurs, you're fighting in halls with maybe 20 people in it, so it's not like strange to me, and it might be a nice transition then to go from, rather than jumping in with big huge crowds, you can get caught up and you might take a liability to entertain them or whatever. Yeah. So I can go out now and just focus on my boxing and do the best performance that I have.
So you're from Ireland. Where's your base? Where's your camp? Where do you set up to prepare for fights?
So I live in the north side of Dublin, and we train out of Blanchardstown, West Side Gym. We do all of our training there, and wherever we need to go for sparring around the country for whatever type of rounds we're looking for, we'll just travel and get it done. Just make do, what we can do.
Did I read right that you spent a bit of time in Boston as well?
Yeah, that's right. I was out last year. I was training with Hector Bermudez and them boys out there, in a world-class stable, and that stood to me to this day still. I was training, I was sparring with Carlos Gongora. He won the IBO belt. He's defending on the weekend. Rashid Yellis and Booboo Andrade. I was training with all them boys as well. So we're getting really world-class work in every day.
You said Booboo Andrade, who's fighting Liam Williams tonight. What's your opinion on that fight? I'll get that soon as you brought him up. How do you think that fight goes?
I think if there's a man to do it, it could be Liam. He has the switch style, the switch hitting in your face type of thing. I think that won't suit Andrade too much. He doesn't give him the room to box, but Andrade's very good. I think he's one of the best out there. I'd love to see Liam do it though.
Yeah. A lot of people, it could be avoided for quite a big reason. Not many people really call his name much, but I'm looking forward to it. I think Liam will give him a really good fight.
Yeah, should be really good. I think, like I said, the style-wise, I think Liam is the man to give him the hardest fight out there, really.
Brilliant. You signed with MTK Global, a huge management company. We know the success they've had, we know the list of boxers. How much of a buzz do you get knowing that they've got you back and that they'll be helping promote your fights? Yeah,
it's amazing, I'm taking that, they're seeing something in me, so it's time to prove it that I'm worth it. There's no need to go through the names of who they have. They've everyone. They've done it with everyone. They've built up fighters, and hopefully I'm going to be the next one that they build up.
How active are you wanting to be this year? Obviously, the way things are, we're hoping things are going to get back to normal at some point, God willing. How active are you wanting to be this year?
I'd love 5 fights this year, 4 at least, but I know even there's another Bolton card in I think 6 weeks after this. I'd like to get on that straight away. If that was doable, but I would like to go just camp to camp. I don't need time off. I'm in the gym all the time anyway, so if I get 5 this year, even 4, I'd be happy. Irish
boxing seems to be on the rise again with all the fighters. I mean, if you look at the people promoted by MTK, like Paddy Donovan, Gary Cully, etc. Are you excited to be part of that new sort of breed and that new wave coming through? Yeah, I really am.
Obviously you've seen Carl's retired, so it's kind of that school is gone, and now it's our turn to come through and prove it. But I've gone through the ranking as the Irish team. I've gone through with Paddy, we've gone through as kids, so it's great to see both of us kind of progress now and to make our own progression and make our own career now. Same with Gary, he was on the high performance, we've all done it together type of thing. So now that we're all on the next stage together, I think it speaks testament to the level of boxing that Ireland is, and we have.
Absolutely. So yourself was on the eve of his pro debut. Not to look obviously too far ahead, but what's the goal? What do you want to achieve? Do you want to be world champion in one division? Do you want multi-weight world champion? Is it to fight in a certain arena? What's your goal in boxing?
Biggest goal I have is world championship. That's number one. That's point A. Get that belt around the waist, unify light middleweight, go middleweight. But I want to bring big boxing back to Ireland as well. There hasn't been a big star, hasn't been a big marquee fighter in the Republic, and I think I can do that. You'll see tomorrow night what we have, what the skills I can do, and I think after you see it, you're going to take notice and will realise that I can do it.
Brilliant. What's the one sort of venue and arena? A lot of people talk about Madison Square Garden. Mick Conlon's got a great following. He goes there a lot. Other people, it's the MGM and Las Vegas. If you could pick your sort of dream scenario on where you want to fight, where would it be?
I'd love to do Madison Square Garden. I was actually at Mick Conlon's one 2 years ago on Paddy's Day, and that was amazing. So I'd love. That's where I want to be, you know.
Good atmosphere.
It'd be a great atmosphere, you know. So a bit of a hint to MTK if there's one coming up in the future. I don't mind doing it, but I'd love to be on my own one, headlining that eventually when I earn the crust, and then just become a star, you know.
Coming through the ranks, was there any particular fighter? I asked this a lot to people making the debut. Is there any particular fighter you looked up to, admired, or is there anyone who, you know, it could be the past now, who you sort of not study but like to watch and take bits from?
I love watching all the greats. Like I love the old school, Hagler, Hearns, like the Fabulous Four. I love watching Hector Camacho, Ernie Shavers, you know, all the old school fighters. Roy Jones, one of my favourite as well, Pernell Whitaker. Just all from that era, I think they're the best to do it.
So you come into this, but right in thinking you're a 3-time Irish national champion. For fans who are going to tune in and see you for the first time, what can they expect? What can they expect when they see Paul Ryan on his debut?
You're going to see a world-class prospect. Like the skill I have and how I train is going to be testament to it. But I'm a southpaw counter puncher. You're going to see fast combinations, big hands, big power punches, and hopefully an early night.
Brilliant. Well, Paul, thanks for talking to Behind the Gloves. Fingers crossed this is the first interview of many with us. We'll try to catch up with you after you fight tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much.
No problem.
Oh, hey there, fight fans. Didn't see you there. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go to do so by clicking right here, or else.